Welcome to the NXT Podcast, your home for weekly NXT reviews and insight.
The beautiful part of NXT is that when one dream ends, another dream begins.
Find all of your NXT news, recaps, and analysis right here. So with that being said, we only have one question for you.
Are you ready?
We thought so. Let's get the show started right now.
All right, everyone. This is Memphis Mark coming to you from Mullet Manor. And we're going to do a review for the NXT show on 6/13. And they actually are getting ready, I guess you would say getting ready for the Great American Bash. And over the next couple of weeks, they're doing something called the Gold Rush. And they're bringing in some talent from the main roster, I would say. You've got Mustafa Ali, you've got Baron Corbin, you've got, Roberto and Gores, and I mean, I'm leaving someone out, but of course, Seth Rollins. Just leave him out, huh? But they've got all these guys coming in, so it should be a good ratings boost, a good jump start for them. And they start this show out, actually, with Wesley, the North American champ, and Mustafa Ali and Tyler Bate going against Schism. And, this is actually a really, really good match. Dyad really doesn't disappoint. They're really, really good. Every time I see them, it seems like they're getting better. This whole thing with Gacy, I'm not too keen on the Ava, but, it is what it is. But, the Schism, they've kind of got things going pretty good. But in this match, man, they start off kind of old school and just get in there and start tearing it up. And, everything works good on this match. I don't have anything bad to say. Ali takes a shot in the turnbuckles, man. He gets thrown into the turnbuckles, and he sells it like it's a freaking car crash. So he does a great job in this. And everything's, the match is good. I'm enjoying it, but there's some kind of mix-up with the tag. Somebody is tagged, and Gacy's about to win, and another ref comes in. Now, I've seen a lot of angles on the refs. This one was a little different. But, hey, it's something, different. They of course, correct the mistake, and then the next thing you know, Tyler Bate is pinning Mr. Gacy. So, it is what it is, but the match, hey, it's worth checking out for sure. After that, you got a promo with Drew Gulak and Dempsey and of course, Mr. Duke Hudson, who, they're always doing something with the grading papers or some of that crap. I don't know, but now they're starting to put an angle in to where they're trying to bring Andre Chase back. He's needing some help. It's a filler time, I guess, and it's getting these guys ready for future endeavors, but a little odd. But then after that, though, they've got the Bron Breaker promo, and Bron comes out in all black. He's got the gold, got the look. He's got the beard. It looks like somebody that's collecting money for somebody named Guido. He gets out there and he starts, chambering on about Seth, and the next thing you know, you got Dragunov coming out, and he wants to get in there, but no, they hold him back, and Bron keeps hollering that he's going to hold everybody accountable. About that time, he's getting good into his spot. They do kind of like an old school deal. They send in a promo, and Seth sends in a promo, and he kind of goes through where he started there, and he was a champ, and now Bron was a champ, and so anyway, it comes down to, yes, he's going to take the match. So next week, next week they're going to have that match. So that should be pretty freaking good. We get to really see the caliber of talent that Bron really is. Can he hang with some of these guys. I know he's got the strength. I know he's been training. I know he's been putting the work in from everything that I've seen. So, hey, we will see next week for sure. And another one of the main rosters that I did forget was Dana Brooke. Yeah, Dana Brooke. They've got her in NXT. I guess, kind of redoing her, going to rebrand her, I'm guessing. They bring Cora Jade out there and let Cora get in the mix. And, of course, Cora's going to end up slapping her and setting up for the match, setting up for a match upcoming. But, she doesn't do the Cora, how Cora is real bad about just doing the, when she does something. So, kind of different there. So they're building up a Cora Jade Dana Brooke match. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at probably the Great American Bash. Not sure on that one yet. But after that, they've got a Thea Hale match with Cora Jade. So since she has slapped Dana, you know how this is going to work out. They have a match. The match is not very good. But the timing seems to be off, and I know Thea's, means well by watching all those Ultimate Warrior old tapes, but she's kind of taking it to the extreme there. She's going to pull a win off here, and it's just her timing is off. Everything Cora really had to work on this one to make her get over. Just not a good one. There's a couple matches in here today that the first match was Schism and the guys, man, really good. But after that, that one wasn't too good. So, they go into the. They do a little interview with Mustafa and Tyler and Wesley, and they're referring to that Tyler and Wes are going to have a match. So Mustafa has put himself in as the referee. So an angle coming up, maybe a turn. We will see. The Heritage Cup, they bring that in, and oh man. First of all, they pretty much Noam Dar is on crutches, and I thought that was going to be the angle. I'm setting up, going something's going to happen with that, but no, it wasn't it. It ended up being he must have gotten hurt or something, because they bring in Mensah to actually defend his honor. But Mensah can throw, so Mensah can go down. That is no problem. So now it's set up as instead of Noam defending his cup, it is Mensah going against Nathan Frazier with Dragon Lee in his corner. And Mensah's got the crew. He's got the clique. He's got the gang there with him. Miss Jackson, Lash Legend, and, now Noam Dar. So it looks like it's stacked against Nathan Frazier, but, they do the matches and you have the break in between. So, the first match, Nathan ends up winning, and it's okay. That looks okay. But the second round, Mensah wins with a little Lash Legend getting up in there and changing it up. And, Honora gets the win on the second round. But the third round, it is a draw. So they go back. And in the fourth round, Nathan comes out and really throws down. And both of these guys are good, man. Mensah, every time I see him, he seems like he surprises me with some of his moves. And he's got a little of that gymnast in him, but it doesn't overtake his wrestling. Some great moves in there, and of course Nathan Frazier. I mean, he's tearing it up. Between his show and his in-ring ability, the sky's the limit for that guy. Good-looking young guy, man. Man, I can see them coming up with all kinds of different storylines. But anyway, in the fourth round, Frazier off the top rope for the win, and he is our new Heritage Cup champion. We can see all the angles they can do with this now. They can come off this with Mensa did it, and have Dar Mensa. I mean, it's just all kinds of different ways they can do it. And they do, after this, they do a couple little promos, and they go through 3, but the third one was actually okay, with Von Wagner and Mr. Stone, about therapy, and that doggone pitcher. But yeah, they bring the angle all the way back to Mr. Stone, that he is actually the only one that Von Wagner trusts. So that will be an upcoming, coming in a theater near you. And you've got, this is the second match I really didn't like. You got Dabba-Kato. All right, now I would be thinking, or I would think that they would want to do more of a build job with him, but they've got him going against Axiom and Scripps. And, I know they're going to chop the Giant down, and they let Kato have some good momentum a couple times in this match, but really, they chop the big man down, and they end up flipping and flopping, and they get the win. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I think that was bad writing. I think the whole thing was bad. But the one good thing about it is, after the match, you did have Garza and Roberto jumping Axiom and Scripps, and doing a little throwdown and announcing that they are here too. So, that's 5 people from the main roster there coming up over the next 2 weeks. So, should be pretty good. Right after that, we've got Stax, trying to figure out, he, of course, is the underboss, trying to figure out, who ratted out Tony D. And he's going through it, and he's pretty much come to the conclusion that it is Gallus. So that will be where they're going with that. For sure, they've been going kind of that way anyway, so I guess maybe Tony's going to come off the injury reserve or something, and that will be what's going to, be coming up. And then, gosh, man, another Chase U promo. Just a strange promo. But Chase U, they talk, and that's all I'm going to say on that one. We'll go after that. They've had the last few weeks, they've had Briggs and Jensen get into it, and talking about how they fought as brothers and all that. And then, of course, you had the famous Hank and Tank connection. They got in there and threw down, and said they came out better. So they used the same scenario, same formula, and they put Blade and Inoue in there. And man, Blade and Inoue are their mic skills is the only thing. Their in-ring ability is great, man. They're both fast. Their timing's good. They sell. It's just they're good. But they get in there and they have a good match. Blade ends up winning the match, but it's really. It's kind of fruitless because it was a close match, and I could see either one pulling it out. But on this one, they let Blade have it, and of course after that, it seems like they're going to get along, and I think it's Inoue knows Blade's birthday, so they're all happy about that. But then you have Booker T. Booker T has to get up, and he's got to go into Gold Rush, talking about a 3-way or a 4-way opportunity to see who will get a chance at the Gallus Brothers for the belts. So they've got all of these guys in the ring. They got 3 tag teams in the ring, and then they've got Roberto and Gaza up in the Muffet Skybox, I call it, looking down, but the guys in the ring start throwing down, so that's how they go to a commercial break. It wasn't bad. It's not too, no bad writing there. Booker T actually almost fumbled, but he didn't. But that segment was pretty good. And then they've got Damon Kemp. Of course, you saw that this was coming when he had his foot on the ropes last time he fought Eddie Thorpe, and that's what he's bringing up now with the refs, how he got screwed and challenging the refs and how idiots they were. But Eddie Thorpe shows up, the modern-day Wahoo McDaniel, the modern-day a.k.a. Chief J Strongbow. But he shows up with his modern Native American self and pretty much says he doesn't care. He'll fight him again. And Damon keeps hollering about cheap victories and everything. So, but you know where they're going with that. Let me see. Right after that, you got Blair Davenport. They do a good little promo on her. Nothing too spectacular, about a 1.5-minute promo, but, it's given us a little more insight to her. She can speak pretty good. We know what she can do in the ring, so I can see where they're going to go with that. They had her running around for a while under a mask in a hoodie, whatever. So, they're going to go with that angle there because right after that, you've got Roxanne Perez and Tatum Paxley going at it, and Roxanne, I have to say, every time I see her, I hate to keep, saying the same thing, but she has definitely gotten better in her moves and her timings. And Tatum Paxley for a while is kind of tossing her around, but then, the technical side of Roxanne takes over and she's going to end up winning the match. But, it wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad match at all. Roxanne, I was not on the Roxanne train. I'm still not on the train, but I'm at least getting closer to the station. But after that, they give her the stick, they give her the mic, and of course she goes off and says that she wants, Blair, but, her mic skills still need a little work. She got the look just, where she was staring in the camera all mad. I'm mad. But, she needs to work a little bit on that, and that'll come with time. Without a doubt. But yeah, man, all those matches were pretty good. Right now, we're getting ready for pretty much the end of it, which is Baron Corbin going against Dragunov, and I got to say, I was surprised. This match was really, really good. And first of all, I did not know that Corbin had so much ink done on his legs, man. I guess I've never paid attention, and he was in shorts where you could see, but whoever's been doing his ink work has made a fortune. I mean, he has some good artwork all over him, so somebody's making some money. Corbin's making some money to be able to afford all that. But in the match, man, they do a lot of classic kind of moves, big chops, one time Dragunov like rips Corbin's shirt off and starts it on his chest, it was pretty doggone good match, inside and outside the ring, everything looked good. Even, look, they had a couple of slip-ups or little mess-ups. And they even covered them up to where it looked good. There was one time outside the ring, and I could be wrong. This could have been a set move, but it looked like he was going to throw Baron was going to throw Dragunov back up under the bottom rope, and Dragunov slipped a little bit, so he just went with this slip and went right into the side of the ring, which made a kind of a big noise there inside. So it sounded, and it looked really good, man. I kept wanting to I don't know if it's just me being kind of a little, just leaning a little towards anytime I hear Baron Corbin, I'm just not exciting. It's just not as, and it should be, man. He's a big guy, athletic, they should be doing something with it. He should be in a good card or in a storyline. But normally it just doesn't attract my attention. But man, anytime you put Dragunov in with it, you're going to have a good match. But in this particular match, they tore it up. Corbin like hip tosses Dragunov over the top, and Dragunov sells it. I mean, this is definitely a match worth going back and watch. The opening match was Schism. Good match. I can't say anything. It's just those two they sandwiched in between, but Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, like in this match though, they both look great. Corbin ends up winning this, and it's got to be a screw job. That's the way it's got to be for Corbin to win, and it is. But you get a good, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes or 8 minutes of good action, and then you go back into some storyline where after the match you've got let me see, you've got Dragunov and Baron. Oh, Baron gets. I'm sorry, Baron. Bron comes in and gets involved in this match, and he gets speared for it. But that leads into after the match when Dragunov is pinned. Of course, he is going after Bron. And Baron, with all these B's, Bron, Baron, with all that, it's kind of confusing me, man. So Bron and Dragunov, of course, lead up the ramp, and they're heading on out. They're fighting, and they've got Baron standing in there. So of course, Mello. Now we get an M in there at least. But Mello shows up. So Mello, of course, he doesn't miss. So they get him in there, and he throws down on Baron, and that's pretty much how they're going to end the show. And, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. They're setting up for Gold Rush, of course, with all these stars coming in. And hopefully some of these younger people, some of these younger guys and gals on NXT will shine while they have a chance at the spotlight. That's who we're going to, see who steps up, because anybody can, I'm sure, just being on NXT is big. That's big. But, when you're bringing in talent like Seth Rollins and it's, you're getting your chance. You can take yourself, straight to the moon, as someone we know says. You can do it all, and showcase your talent, or you can screw it all up, so, that's where we're at on that one. So, and also, this week, we lost the Iron Sheik. And I grew up with Iron Sheik. They brought him into the Memphis territory in an early stage to get him ready for some of the big time. And man, he was good. He was good. He had it so good in Memphis, had the crowd so hating him so bad that they had to bring police in at certain times, because people had called the TV station and said, me and Bubba are bringing our guns down there, and we're going to kill us an Iron Sheik. And, so it was, he was utter chaos when he was in the ring. And, some of the stories, if you get a chance, go back and listen to some of the good stories of some of the old Hall of Famers and some of the good jobbers of the territories. Let them, listen to some of their stories about the Iron Sheik. He was definitely, in his own, realm. He was when you had Hulk Hogan, you had to have a super bad guy, something like that. And Bob Backlund back in the day, the All-American boy, you had to have a bad guy for them to go. And as Razor Ramon would say hello to the bad guy. Well, we're saying goodbye to him, and we appreciate definitely his career and his entertaining us all these years. So God bless his family and friends. And man, I guess, let me see. I don't think I got any more. So we're going to kind of do a short abbreviated show this week. I wish I had more to talk about. But it is what it is, folks. But anyway, guys, as always, rescue if you can. And for the people that have asked, the puppies are doing great. And Mama's doing good too. So, but yes, rescue if you can, and always spay and neuter. And as always, this is Memphis Mark, and you know what? I'm out.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.